What is up, sexy beast? Bald Tickle Me Elmo here, and today we're going to be comparing the original World War BAR to the new World War II BAR and seeing which is the better weapon to have on high rounds. So let's go ahead and get this shit started. So you guys should know the deal by now. First things first, I'm going to let you guys watch and listen to each of these weapons, both the unupgraded ones and the upgraded ones, just that way you guys can see and hear the differences, and ultimately for yourself decide which one you prefer. So here you go. So when it comes to looks and sounds, I definitely do prefer the original World War BAR, and that's how I'm going to pronounce it. I'm not going to say bar, I'm going to say BAR, just to piss people off. But I definitely do prefer the World War BAR when it comes to looks, both unupgraded wise and upgraded wise. That World War Pack-a-Punch skin is so sexy. That chrome looks so goddamn good. I absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorite Pack-a-Punch skins. While with the World War II Pack-a-Punch skin, I'm not really the world's biggest fan of it. It's iffy. I don't love it, I don't hate it, and when it comes to the sound, I can definitely appreciate the World War II BAR sound. It's really low, it's got a really deep sound to it, but for some reason, I just really enjoy the World War one, so when it comes to looks and sounds, I'm going to give it to the World War BAR. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is compare the fire rates. I line up both these weapons side by side and I start shooting at the exact same time. Both these weapons are going to have 20 bullets in its magazine, and you can't always change that for the World War II BAR if you want to put an attachment on it. And the World War II BAR is definitely going to have the superior fire rate. It's going to be a lot faster than the World War BAR. That's like one of the main reasons I hated the original bar, was just because it was too damn slow and it wasn't powerful enough. Like, you really couldn't do anything with the original BAR. It just wasn't good. It was overpriced as all hell. I just wasn't a huge fan of it, and the World War II BAR kind of fixed all the original's mistakes. So next up, we're going to be taking a look at accuracy. We're going to be looking at hipfire and recoil, and when it comes to all this, I'm kind of iffy about the hipfire. The World War II version, when it hipfires, kind of moves a little bit left and right, up and down. While with like every other World War weapon, they just go straight up, both in recoil and hipfire. So I can definitely see the argument being made that the World War version is a little bit better. But just by looking at them side by side and actually using them, I think if I was hipfiring and I was just trying to go for accuracy, I would much rather have the World War II version than the World War one. So when it comes to accuracy, I think I'm definitely going to give this one to the new and improved World War II BAR. Alright, and lastly, let's go and take a look at the reload speed, and when it comes to reload speed, the World War II version is also going to come out victorious. It's kind of a shame. The World War version didn't win anything other than my shitty opinion. So unupgraded wise, I definitely have to give that one to the World War II BAR. Alright, so now that we have both these weapons upgraded, the World War BAR upgrades to the Widowmaker, while the World War II version upgrades to the FUBAR, or the FUBAR. Now the main difference that I actually noticed like right away was how much these things actually carry in their magazine. The Widowmaker is only going to carry 30, while the FUBAR is actually going to carry 40. And in stock ammo, it's going to carry a lot more than the Widowmaker. The Widowmaker is only going to carry 180 in stock and 30 in its magazine. That's not a lot, like at all. And it's not a wall weapon or anything. Well, on some maps it is, but in Dirt Race, it's not a wall weapon, so ammo is gonna go very, very quick. I just don't get this weapon, man. It's a piece of shit. I absolutely fucking hate it. Like, seriously, in Verrucht, it's like 2,500 points or something like that with a fucking bipod, and it's behind its own special door. I don't understand the reasoning behind that. The BAR in World War is just like the most overpriced piece of crap in Zombies history. So with saying that, let's go ahead and get on to the comparisons. Now that we have both these weapons upgraded, I line them up side by side and I start shooting at the exact same time. It's going to be a lot closer, but the World War II version is still going to be a little bit faster. And that's kind of weird because when I was getting the footage, I definitely thought the World War II version was going to be like a lot faster. But when you put them side by side, it's really not that big of a difference. Alright, and when it comes to accuracy, when it comes to recoil and hipfire, I would definitely probably prefer the World War II version. The World War version kind of just goes straight up with both its recoil and accuracy, which is kind of predictable, so it would be very easy to control. But the World War II version's recoil doesn't really move. I mean, it kind of goes left and right, but that's really about it. When it comes to hipfire, I would kind of say they're about even. The World War II version, I feel like you're going to be having a lot more spread when you're hipfiring, but you're not going to be having as much recoil as the World War version. But I think if I was ADSing, I would much rather have the World War II version than the original, so when it comes to accuracy, I'm going to give this one to the World War II BAR. And lastly, before we actually get on to the round 50 fun stuff, let's go ahead and take a look at the reload speed, and if I start reloading at the exact same time, the World War II version is also going to come out victorious. The World at War BAR never stood a chance. I said it a million times in this video, I'm gonna say it again. I hate that fucking weapon, man. It's god awful, and it's one of the worst weapons in Zombies history. Carries no ammo, its fire rate is so slow, it's overpriced as all hell. I just really, really dislike it. Alright, so now that we have all the tests out of the way, let's go ahead and compare these weapons on high rounds. Let's start with the World at War version first. So unfortunately, I was trying out a new mod in World at War, and for some reason I can't see my perks. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's a thing. And I'm going to try to keep this quick because there's really not much to say about the World at War BAR on round 50 other than the fact that it fucking sucks. You carry like no ammo. Now unfortunately in this gameplay I did use the give all command, which is going to give me a lot more ammo than it usually carries, but in reality the BAR does not carry this much ammo, and I would say you can maybe get like 10 kills and then you're going to be out of ammo. I feel like if it carried more ammo and had a faster fire rate, this could be a seriously good weapon, but unfortunately it does not. So you're going to run out of ammo pretty quick, and you're only going to be able to get a couple kills. But the World War II BAR, on the other hand, is actually pretty good, and it's definitely one of the better weapons in World War II Zombies. When this game first came out, this was like everyone's go-to weapon. Everybody just wanted to jerk this weapon off. They thought it was the greatest thing in the world, and I can kind of understand why. It is really good, especially on early rounds. It's a very powerful weapon. Its fire rate's a lot faster than the original, so it's a pretty viable option. And when you actually upgrade it, it's actually not half bad on high rounds. You're going to be able to get a lot of kills. Now, is it the best weapon in World War II Zombies? Definitely not. I think there are a couple other better options, but it is a really strong choice. If you need a good weapon and you don't feel like hitting the box, the BAR is a solid choice that you can't go wrong with. It's going to be good against zombies, against bosses, against your neighbor Kurt. It's going to be really good against everything. So when it comes to this comparison, I would much rather have the World War II version in every sort of scenario. Early rounds, high rounds, boss fight, Easter egg boss fight. I would much rather have the World War II version with the World at War's looks and sound. If we could switch all that, I would be in heaven, but sadly you can't. So, you know, what are you gonna do? So that is going to be it for this video. Real quick, I want to say shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys are sexy as all hell, and I love you. If you are curious about being a Patreon supporter, go and check out that link right there in the description. You get a bunch of cool stuff, videos early, extra content, your name on my head. So if that does sound interesting to you, go ahead and check it out. Link will be right down below. And also go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's basically just a better way to keep in contact with me. And also don't follow my Discord. It's toxic as all hell. And lastly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.